hope this works. This is my first live stream ever on YouTube, so hopefully this works out for us. Welcome. Nice to have you here, whether you're doing this right now or in the future. A few housekeeping things just to start. I will not have music today during the class. If you want to play your own music, I have a lot of yoga playlists on Spotify. You can take a moment, pause, and search Tara the Mermaid on Spotify, and you can find any music there that you like. So day 2 of being at home and doing yoga here. And the reality is starting to sink in a bit more. Tomorrow, my housemate, my partner, and I are all going to be working from home. And working from home brings its own whole array of challenges that the world outside doesn't necessarily bring. It's harder to escape, and it's easier to see all of our stuff come up. So a beautiful practice in yoga that can help us deal with what it's like to share space with people and perhaps be a little bit more upfront with our reactions is the practice of becoming the witness. This is the practice of watching your thoughts, of watching your reaction to things instead of getting so caught up in it. So how it might play out is somebody say is in the bathroom and you really want to be in the bathroom, or drink the last bit of milk, or ate the cupcake you're really hoping to eat. Those are small examples, but you notice how it is that you're reacting. And instead of lashing out or acting a little rude the rest of the day or just waiting for them to be done, you take a breath and you take a step back and you start to witness your own self. So it might seem a little vague right now, but we'll do it on our mat today, and hopefully it will seem a little bit clearer as time goes on. So start sitting however you like. Allow your eyes to softly close. And sometimes I like to start with a little rock when I come to sit down. I don't feel quite okay just being still yet. So you're welcome to rock back and forth or side to side. And see if you can hear your breath. Maybe you hear it coming through your nose. Maybe you hear it coming through your mouth. Maybe you notice it only goes in through one nostril. But our breath is the first and easiest place we can go to practice this witness mindset. You don't have to think, inhale, exhale. It simply happens. You can simply watch. What's it like to just notice something going on in your body without moving to change it or control it or fix it? Can you notice where your breath goes when you breathe in? Does it go into your chest or your ribs or your belly? Can you bring your awareness to your breath in the back of your body? Can you feel your breath as it travels towards your low back? As it travels to the back of your heart or the back of your neck? Now imagine, instead of being inside of your body, you're looking down upon your body. You're witnessing your body. Like an airplane or an angel view from above, you can see how your breath is moving inside of you. How it swirls and forms energy around your body. From this witness mindset, can you notice anywhere that you're holding tension, looking down on the body? Maybe you see it as areas of red or as heat. Just your very attention on something can change it. So take the seat of the witness. Just notice what's happening to you, in you. Bring your hands into prayer position in front of your heart. And set an intention for yourself and your mat here today. And take your hands and place them over your heart and plant that intention inside of you. Breathe into your hands. And releasing your arms down. You can switch the cross of your legs if they're crossed, or straighten them out in front of you if you've become uncomfortable at all. And press your fingertips down into the mat beside you. Drop your ear towards your right shoulder. And press the left fingertips into the ground away from you, breathing into the left side of your neck here. On an exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. This time, right fingertips press the ground down and away from you. And getting into your upper trapezius, your scalene muscles. Exhaling, chin to chest. This time, bring your nose to face the right shoulder. And walk your left fingertips a little bit away from you and further behind you. Getting into different muscles in your neck here, a little bit of your levator scapula. And see if you could come back to that vision of looking at yourself from above. Instead of being so victim to the drama in your body, can you just watch it? On an exhale, chin drops to the chest. Bring the nose towards the left shoulder. This time, right fingertips walk away from you and a little bit behind you. The more you root and press those fingertips down and away from you, the more stretch you'll feel here. See if you could find a sweet spot for yourself. Inhaling, bring the head back up towards the middle. Hands come onto our knees. Let's take a few seated cat-cows. So on our inhales, we expand the chest looking up. And on the exhales, curl everything in, belly button to spine. Take a few rounds with your own breath here. Beginning to move the energy around in your body. Noticing where things have become a bit stuck. And then take a few circles with your ribs here. And I mean your ribs. See if you could keep your head in exactly the same spot, your shoulders where they are, and just your ribs move, making a circle around your hips. Switching ways. And take your wrists, put them on the ground in front of you, untuck your legs. Come to sit back on your toes. And just lean back, stretching out your wrist flexors here. Fingertips point towards the knees. Good. And making our way onto all fours now. Fingertips spread wide, pressing down to the ground with intention. Hands underneath the shoulders. Reach the right foot back behind you. And then stack the right hip on top of the left, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. You can stay here, or you can lift up that right leg. Also option to bend the right knee, reaching back for the right foot here. And kicking the right foot into the hand. Breathing here. And seeing if you could send your head and your tail even further away from each other. Always creating a nice healthy line of tension along your spine. On an exhale, reach your right leg back. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches forward. Breathing here. Gather the front of your ribs together. Gather the front of your hips together. See if you could turn your right leg in a little bit so your heel comes out to the right side of your mat. Just play with how that feels in the low back. Exhale, release left hand down, right leg down. Other side, inhaling, reach the left leg back. Stack the left hip on top of the right, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Option to take any version of this pose here, lifting the left leg up, maybe bending the knee and reaching back for the foot. And seeing if even here, you can find that witness mindset again. Imagine yourself above your body, watching yourself on your mat. Inhaling, extend the left leg long, left hand comes down, right arm reaches forwards. Feel like your arm and leg are hugging into a center line in your body here. When you do so, your hips will naturally come closer together, ribs will naturally come in. Exhale, release hand down, leg down. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out here. See if you could press your hands away from your feet and your feet away from your hands. Trying to lengthen your mat to lengthen your body here. And shake the head out. No. Nod the head. Yes. And take 3 breaths in through your nose and out with an open mouth. On an exhale, walk your feet to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. And take a slight bend in your knees so your palms come to the ground. And again, shake your head out. No. Nod your head. Yes. Move your head in a figure 8. Lovely. And bring your hands to your heels and isometrically try to kick your heels up to the sky. So this means that your heels want to lift up, but you're just not letting them lift up. This activates the entire back side of your leg. On a breath in, keep that activation. Extend the spine long. Exhale, forward fold. Keep that activation in the back of your legs as you come to stand. Arms lift up towards the sky. Heels still want to lift. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, arms circle up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, long spine, forward fold. Bend the knees at the bottom slightly so the hands come down. Inhale, half back. Exhale, fold it forward. Step your right leg back for a low lunge. You can fold over your mat, bringing your right knee to the ground. I'm coming into a thigh stretch here. First, just bring your hands up onto your front knee. Engage your inner thighs together. So we're not sitting in this big old beautiful banana back, but we're using our legs to support any muscular action going on in our back. Our hips are our low back are our hips. From here, bend your back leg, reaching back for the foot. And if that's like, what are you talking about, Tara? Absolutely no way. You can use a t-shirt, you can use a strap to just hook around that back leg and pull it in for you. And say hello to your hips. Notice if you're sending the tension from your thumb of your thigh up into your shoulders. Can you press your shoulders down? Shoulder blades reach down towards the bum. Exhale, release the leg. Undo the mat, step back, top of a push-up plank position. And sending your heels back, crown of the head reaches forward. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Pressing your big toes into the ground. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. For this Cobra Pose, feel like you're pulling your fingertips towards the back of your mat. So on an inhale, pull the fingertips back, open up through the spine. Exhale, release it down. 2 more times. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, down. Pressing the toes into the ground 1 more time. Pressing up through all 4s. Tuck the toes under, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. And practice witnessing the breath once more here. How has this movement throughout your body changed as you've started your practice? On an inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. On an exhale, jump or step to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Once again, slight bend in the knees. Feel like you're trying to kick your heels up to the sky as you inhale, half back. Exhale, release it forwards. Inhale, rise to standing. Heels still want to kick up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Feel the back of your legs so strong and engaged. Inhale, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back behind you this time. You can fold over your mat so your knee is nice and protected here. Hands come onto the front thigh. Find so much strength in your legs here. You could just move back and forth in this lunge with no effort. And once you have nice strong legs, bend the left leg, reach back for the left foot. And breathe here. And see if you could tuck your right hip a little more underneath your body and find some length in the front of your body. And can you bring your ribs in towards each other so your waist gets longer? The crown of your head reaches even higher. There's more space for breath in your body. On an exhale, release that leg. Step back, top of a push-up plank position. Take a breath in here, resist the ground, and on an exhale, lower down halfway. Keep resisting the ground like you're magnetized to the sky. Exhale, lower down all the way. Inhale, Cobra Pose, shoulder blades roll back and down. Exhale, release. Take the fingertips wider than your mat. Inhale, Cobra Pose, press the inner thighs together. Exhale, release. 1 more time here, inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, release. Pressing back through all 4s, come to child's pose with the knees wide. And feel the pace of your breath in your body. Feel the beat of your heart. And see if you could feel your breath fill a different spot in your body. Inhale, come back through all 4s. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg rises up, 3-legged dog. Keep your legs parallel to start, so not stacking the hips yet, but toes point down to the ground, left heel reaches away from the body. Press your fingertips down and away like you're trying to lengthen your mat. Bend your left knee, kicking your heel towards your bum, and take a few circles with the left hip. Moving it, circling counterclockwise, switching and circling it clockwise. And on an inhale, stack the left hip on top of the right, opening up the hip, maybe bending that left knee once again. And on an exhale, step the left leg through, high lunge, arms rise up overhead. Now for anybody with any type of low back discomfort or SI joint discomfort, like me, I like to take a little shorter stance and bend my back knee. So I isometrically scissor my inner thighs together here, so I'm not so open and hiking into this hip, but rather integrating across my pelvis. So front of the hips gather together as I reach my arm up. Breathing here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Come onto your right foot, right hand, Shavasana, side plank, left arm lifts up to the sky. See if you could bring your right inner thigh up to just kiss your left inner thigh. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Breathing at the top of a push-up plank position here. Exhale, lower halfway down. Coming into Chaturanga Dandasana, inhale, rise up, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And use those breaths to witness. To notice the alchemy that happens in your body when you begin to move. Inhaling, right leg lifts up and back, 3-legged dog. Nice parallel leg. Flex the right foot as though it could step on the wall behind you. Bend the right knee. Take a few circles with that right hip. Noticing where it feels yummy, where it feels funky, and just observing it, witnessing it, taking note, not reacting. Right leg extends up and back. Stack the right hip on top of the left, maybe bend the knee. And on an exhale, step the right leg through, high lunge, arms rise up overhead. And see if you could find those muscular engagements or actions on the other side that worked for you. As you stand strong here, bring your intention back into your heart. Why is it that you've decided to move today, to practice today? What is it for? Exhaling, frame your front foot, coming into side plank on the left, stacking right hip on top of left, right arm reaches up to the sky. If this feels too difficult for you, you could always place your right foot on the ground to help you out, or bring your left shin onto the ground here as well. Exhaling, right hand comes down, coming into down dog or taking a Chaturanga Dandasana or a vinyasa of your choice. Three breaths in downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, jumper step to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Feeling like your heels are kicking your bum, inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, holding, breathing here. So still have this feeling like your heels are trying to lift up off the ground, but your legs just aren't allowing them to. That helps activate this entire posterior chain of your body. Bring your arms into chin-up bar arms. So it feels like you're lifting up on a chin-up bar. And feel how this activates down the front and back sides of your body here. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, taking a Chaturanga Dandasana or meeting in down dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, hold it here. Hug your belly button up towards the sky, lift the knee even higher. Hold it for another breath here. And on an exhale, step it through, opening up warrior two. Left heel intersects the middle of the right arch. Left toes point forward. Right side of the right foot's parallel to the back of the mat. And close your eyes here. And notice where you might be over-efforting. Can you relax in your toes or your shoulders or your nose? Is there any way, even in this moment that requires tremendous strength, that you can find some ease? Opening your eyes, left palm turns up to the sky, reach the left arm forward. Exhaling, reverse the warrior. Left arm reaches up and back towards the right hand side. Breathing into the left side of the body. Exhaling, warrior two. Straightening the left leg. Turn the left toes in, turn the right toes out. Warrior two towards the right hand side, close the eyes. And can you witness your body here? Can you notice what feels different side to side? Can you play with pressing your feet away from each other or dragging them towards each other? And see what feels better in your body. Your hips, your back, your shoulders. Inhaling, open the eyes, right palm flips to the sky. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior, reaching up towards the sky as the sides of your waist lengthen. And see if you could keep even more length in the left side of the waist. Exhaling, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down towards the ground, framing the right foot. Chaturanga Dandasana or down dog. Three breaths in down dog, or option to bend your knees and take three jumping dogs, where you bend your knees as much as you can, and then try to jump your hips up over towards a handstand. Meeting in down dog. Right leg lifts up on an inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee to the nose and hold it. And see if you could lift it even higher up. And on exhale, step it through warrior two. Finding that nice alignment of your feet. And this time we focus on our arms here. Can you feel like you're pressing both sides of your arms down into the ground? Allow your shoulders to melt down from your ears. And on an inhale, come into side angle pose. Right forearm comes to the right thigh. Use your right forearm here to help encourage the external rotation of this right leg. So the knee's not dropping down and in, but your heel is pointing towards the left foot, and your thigh is trying to externally rotate. So your knee comes more towards the right-hand side of your mat. Left arm follows the line of the left leg, reaching long up and away. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two, arms to a T. Straighten the right leg. Turn all 10 toes to point forward. Clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, open up through the heart. Exhale, fold it forwards. And just like we've been doing with our legs together, feel like you're trying to kick your heels up towards the sky. Activating the back of your legs here. So it becomes more of a resisted stretch rather than a passive stretch. Inhale, rise back on up. Turn your heels in, point your toes out, coming into horse stance here. So bend your knees into a nice wide-legged sumo squat. Fingertips come onto your upper thighs. And press your fingertips down so you can feel the sides of your waist lengthen here. Your hips sink down even lower, but your torso gets even longer. Can you feel that beautiful, healthy tension, like the kind of tension that helps hold a bridge up here? Maybe, just maybe, you lift your heels up off the ground. And finding that subtle strength within you. Maybe taking a step back or above you and watching this, witnessing your strength. Or witnessing whatever else is coming up. Exhale, release the heels down. Straighten the legs. Turn the right heel towards the right-hand side of the mat. Warrior two on the left. Feeling the strength in the arms. Look to the right arm, look to the left. See if it feels like they're in one line or if you have your right arm in towards the middle of the body a bit more. Exhaling, side angle pose. Use that left forearm to encourage the external rotation or the left knee towards the left side on your mat. And extend the right arm diagonally up above you. And see if you could leave space for the top of your shoulders, and so that they're not scrunched up toward your chin or your ear, and they allow for more full breath. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the ground, taking a vinyasa, chaturanga, or meeting back, downward facing dog. This time in down dog, lower your forearms down to the ground. So we're coming into a dolphin pose. You can bend your knees a lot and try to reach your elbows away from your body. So your ears start to come down between your upper arms. If it feels okay, you can lift your sit bones up and back, trying to move the legs towards straight. And find that isometric drag of your elbows away from your body. Some beautiful scapular stabilization here. Wrapping all your muscles in and around your shoulders. Exhale, release the knees down. Walk the arms further away from you, coming into puppy prayer pose. So the fingertips, hands come to touch. Bend the arms back so your prayer hands come to the nape of your neck. Sit your bum back. And this is a nice stretch for your lats, your triceps, the back of your arms. And breathing here. Exhale, release the hands. And coming back through all fours, find downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, stack the hips. Open up that left hip. Option here to flip your dog, bringing your left foot to the floor behind you, reaching your left arm away from the body. Little baby back bend here. Keep your hips lifting up away from the ground, and even here, feel like your heels are trying to kick your bum. So your back body is so supported by your muscles. And then exhale, flip your dog back over. Step the left leg through, coming up to triangle pose. So we start in warrior two, straightening out the left leg. Reach the left arm forward till you can't reach anymore. And two straight arms come to T down into triangle pose. Left arm can be anywhere on this left leg. See if you could feel like you're still kicking your left heel up towards your bum. So you're not hyperextending this left leg, but you're really activating all the muscles on that posterior or back side. Inhale, reach the right arm towards the front of your mat. Press the right pinky side of the right foot down into the ground. See if you could feel that beautiful stretch along the lateral side of your body. Inhale, rise on up. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out. Triangle pose on the right-hand side. Reach the right arm as far as you can. When you can no longer reach, just lightly tip into this triangle pose. And that's right about where your right arm should fall on your leg. Right arm can also come towards the ground or a block, but see if you could support wherever your leg goes with the strength in the right side of your trunk here. So at any moment, I could just lift my arm and I'd stay right where I am. Inhaling, left arm reaches towards the right side. Feeling that nice long stretch from the left pinky toe out through the left middle finger. Inhale, rise back on up. Warrior two on the right-hand side. Cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Come back to a three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up and back. You can stay here or flip the dog, stacking the hips, bending the right leg, and then bringing right toes to the ground. Right arm reaches back behind you. Flipping back on over, we meet in downward facing dog. Shake the head up, no. Nod the head, yes. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, jump or step to the back of your mat. Inhale, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise on up to stand, arm reach to the sky. Exhale, hands down through your heart. And close your eyes for a moment here. And feel the pulse of your heart, your blood flowing within you. And feel the energy, the prana moving throughout your body. No, just by breathing fully like this, you're moving lymphatic fluid that helps to heal and remove waste from your body all throughout you. So just this very practice is doing your part today in protecting your body and those around you. Allowing your arms to come down to your sides. Gently open your eyes. Bring your right leg up. Bringing your right leg into a figure four. Right shin comes to the top of the left thigh. Bring the fingertips, much like we did in horse pose, onto your heel, if available, or your thigh, and onto your right knee. And press your right leg into your fingertips into your right leg. So you feel this whole back side of your right leg start to fire up here. We're not just sitting down into this nice stretch. We're finding the action in our muscles that help support this length in the muscle. Lovely. See if you could keep that engagement in your leg with the right leg wanting to kick up and bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, release to stand. Shaking out the right leg, turn it in and out. And coming to the opposite side. Finding those same muscular actions on this left side. So we're not looking for this situation where one hip comes up and one hip comes down. We're looking for the situation where our left knee is trying to kick up to the sky, but our right bum is sitting back and not letting it. So there's this healthy, again, tensioning between our two legs that helps support our flexibility. Hands come to the left leg. Try to kick the leg into the hands. Press the hands into the leg. And this can look like you're doing nothing, or this can look like and feel like you're activating every muscle in the back of your body to help support you. Hands come to the heart. Keep the strength in the legs. See if you could feel like you're trying to kick your left knee out towards the side. Exhale, come to stand. Standing on the left leg, bend the right leg, grab the inner edge of the right foot. You can stay here or bring the left arm up, coming into Shavasana, dancer's pose. Kicking the right leg back into the right foot. Begin to tip your weight forward as far as you're able to here. See if you could feel like you're turning your right ribs down towards the ground. Witnessing yourself. Falling out of it if you're me, or coming up out of it however you like. And coming onto the opposite side. I'll turn to the back of my mat for this side so it's easier demoing. Grabbing that left foot, right arm reaches up to the sky. Staying here, kicking the foot into the hand for a nice quad stretch, or kicking that leg backwards and reaching forwards equally for dancer. Finding your breath wherever you are. And on an exhale, rising back on up and out of it. And shaking it out. Let's come to tree pose. So balancing on the left foot. Right foot comes to the inseam of the left leg. Hands come to the heart. If this feels easy for you, close your eyes. And come back to your intention for your practice here today. And can you send that intention down with your breath through your left foot into the ground, planting it there? Can you send it out through the crown of your head, lifting you there? Maybe you spread your arms wide, growing your tree, reaching up in a V. And then move your arms around, dancing with your arms until you fall out of your tree. And come onto the opposite side, right leg stands. Left foot comes somewhere on the inseam of the right leg. It's a myth that you can't put it on your knee, so put it where you gotta. And press your foot into your leg into your foot. And see if you could witness yourself here. Not being stuck in the thoughts of if you're balancing or have good form or blah, blah, blah. And can you just watch your body take shapes? Watch your arms extend out to the side. Watch them move and dance around. Watching yourself fall out of your tree. Coming back to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhaling, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back behind you. 2 straight legs here, Konasana, pyramid pose. And try to drag your right foot forward and drag the left foot back. Again, feeling like that left heel just wants to kick the left bum. Bending through the left leg, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhaling, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, 2 straight legs, Konasana, pyramid pose. Isometrically, try to shorten your mat by dragging the right foot back, dragging the left foot forwards. And see if you could take a step back and notice the drama happening in your body without getting carried away with it. Bending the right leg. Step back, downward facing dog. Coming forward to top of a push-up plank position. Take a breath in here to resist the ground away from you. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Press the big toes into the ground. Feel like you have a block between your inner thighs, and like a Pez dispenser, you're trying to make it shoot up to the sky. I do this in the classroom, actually having blocks between our legs, but really feel like there's this internal rotation between your thighs, which is helping to push some imaginary thing up back behind you. So clasp the hands behind the back. If they don't reach, then just reach your palms out to the side. Inhale, lift up, Shavasana, locust pose. Keep that action in the legs like they're trying to internally rotate towards each other. And see if you could knit the lower ribs together to maybe lift up a little higher here. One more breath in, lifting up. Exhale, lower down, left ear to the mat. Close your eyes. Releasing your body fully into the ground here. And taking the seat of the witness and just noticing what's happening in your body from above. What can you learn about yourself just from observing you? Round 2, option to keep the legs together as we did, coming into Shavasana, locust pose, just like we did last time, or to bend the feet, reach back for the outer edge of your feet, and kicking the feet back, try to keep the knees as close together as you can, coming up into Asana, bow pose. And you could play with kicking one foot harder than the other. Maybe you notice you have a nice asymmetry here. But use the strength of your legs to help bring that nice extension to your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other like there's a block there. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your right ear down to the mat and relax. And feel your breath expand across the back of your heart. And see if you could send your breath anywhere in your body that feels a little too tense. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and roll onto your back. And crossing the right shin on top of left thigh, coming into figure 4 stretch. just like we did while I'm standing, but this time going more for a stretch. If you have been having any low back discomfort lately, sometimes I like to take this as an active low back release. And so I'll press my left thigh into my hand so I get a little arch at my low back. So I'm taking a nice eccentric lengthening of my low back. Then I bring the leg back in. Kick the leg out, lengthening the low back. Bring it back in. And it's just an option here for you if you like. And this doesn't feel like enough of a stretch to you, you could also grab the front of the left shin. Eyes can be soft or closed. Releasing the left leg. Cross the right leg all the way over the left. Place the left foot on the ground. And spread the arms out to a T. Lift your bum. Bring it to the right side of your mat. And then drop your legs down over towards the left. Hopefully this lined up your right hip with your right shoulder so that you get this twist a little bit more in your mid and upper back rather than just loading it onto your low back. If this is uncomfortable in your shoulders at all, you can bring your fingertips to your shoulders for a little bit less of a lever arm pulling on that shoulder joint. And send your breath into the sides of your rib cage. Helping to increase the movement in your belly, your GI system. And sending breath into our belly. On an inhale, legs come back up towards the middle. Switching sides, cross left shin over right thigh, figure four stretch. Again, taking this as a nice active low back release by kicking the right leg into the right hand so the low back arches away from the ground. Or taking it more as a passive stretch with just a little bit of space at the low back. Always to make sure this is a stretch for the hip and not for the thoracolumbar fascia or the connective tissue of your low back. Releasing the right leg, cross the left leg all the way over the right, place the right foot on the ground. Press the foot down, lift the hips, bring them over to the left, legs drop down to the right. Again, just check in on your alignment here. Is your left hip in line with your left shoulder here? That just changes where in your back the stretch goes, the twist goes. A lot of times we twist a little bit too much in our low back and not enough in the rest of our thoracic and our upper spine. So just play with that. Use your breath like a massage throughout your body. Sending space anywhere that feels a little bogged down or tense or tight. Maybe even checking in with your pelvic floor muscles here. And seeing if you can release those so it doesn't feel like you're constantly stopping the flow of urine. Exhaling, bring the legs back to the middle. We'll take an inversion before we head to Shavasana here. So you can just stay where you are and lift your legs up to the sky, doing a sort of legs up the wall in the middle of the room. Or you can bring your mat closer to a wall so that your legs actually rest up on the wall. And you can be a little more passive in the legs. Also, if headstand or handstand or forearm stand are in your practice and you want to do that at this time, that's also totally an option. Anything to just reverse the flow of blood throughout your body. Wherever you are, coming back to your mat or releasing your legs down on your mat. I'm facing backwards on my mat. I like to change the way I'm facing all the time. If you feel more comfortable taking Shavasana, pointing to the front of your mat, you can do so. Let's bring the bottom of our feet to touch in Baddha Konasana. So legs are like this nice diamond or butterfly shape. Let's place one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart. And taking a nice restorative pose before we head into our final resting position. And see if you could come outside of your body, looking down upon it. And see if you could simply witness what's going on in your body without moving to change it or judge it or control it. And this practice may seem small on our mat, but when we're faced with sharing close quarters for more time, and this is a practice that can serve us each moment, each day. When we're wishing we could change what's going on, could we just take a moment and step out of it and watch it? Might that change our reactions to things? And instead of challenging, make them beautiful. At any time you like, you can release your legs long on your mat. Palms turn up to the sky for your final resting pose of Shavasana. And translated as the corpse pose, this is the pose in which we die. We let things fall away. We let our expectations of ourselves, of our days, of others fall away. And we rest in what is. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.